live. With hand lotion and everything. Nice. We've got, oh my god, 5 viewers already.
Hey,
it's
everybody.
amazing. I don't know if, this is McEwen, Ryan, McEwen Handcraft. You guys have seen him in chat if you have been a regular individual here. So we're going to hang out, chat leathercraft, maybe build some stuff, maybe just chat.
Some of you might have seen me trolling the chats in the previous streams.
Yeah. He brought me a leather bomb, which is great.
I got you something else, too.
Oh. Is it soap?
It is not soap. Although we probably both could use some soap.
Is it fragile? Mm. What do we got here? All right. How do I open this crazy thing?
By taking the paper off of the package.
Look at that. You're so smart. Oh. It's like a little strop thing.
That is exactly what it is.
Fucking nice. And super shiny too. What's the what is that?
That is flame maple or curly maple or yeah.
Kind of dark. 1 sec. Boom, boom, boom. Doink. There we go. Pretty. So this is you're doing this stuff now too? Or is this just an experiment?
They were an experiment. I banged off about 5 of them. 3 of them sold before I even had them finished.
Huh.
So I decided to put one aside for you.
Oh, that's super nice of you. Look at that. I just keep getting gifts. Love it. Love it. What do we got? Oh, subscriber only mode is on, which is pretty much the easiest way to do everything.
Right.
Hey Amanda, hey Stream Elements. Oh, that's my bot.
I have my phone here for chats. He's got his chats over there.
Yeah,
so
I'm
going to be looking down here a little bit.
I get to squint over here. I'm gonna move this a little more. This is actually the easier one to look at. But oh,
Linda says, "Nice gift."
yeah,
I liked it.
it's a pretty stellar gift. That's super awesome.
I just tired of coming into the shop and looking at the beat up old tools that Magnus tries to use, and I figured, he deserves a few nice things if he's going to be on YouTube.
I don't try to use them. I use them just fine. No trying. Let's move this.
Yes, but I wouldn't be
There
your
we go.
friend if I didn't bust your balls just a little bit.
That's true. That's true. Hey Carol, how you doing? Miss M Vasquez, and we got the real JC. Ryan sucking up. That is true. He does suck up in a very strange kind of way. It's like a reverse suck up. I don't know. Look, we can put it with your hammer. Little spot over here with your hammer. I don't know.
What did you do to the thing?
Oh, I got dust on it.
Oh my god.
Dusty hammer. Brandon says it's a sharp looking strop. I agree. It's pretty awesome. Also got this bomb. Add that to the pile of stuff I've got. Great.
So, what are we working on?
I don't know. Well, I got some stuff to do. Like I've got some van braces and
Let me guess.
stuff to do.
Some Gorgets.
I've got some Gorgets to do as well, but I'm gonna tinker around on them. I think nothing crazy. Last week I was doing that van brace for Thor. Then I saw Thor, and I was like, I was on a super high Thor mood, and then I'm like, after seeing the movie, I was like, I'm not really into Thor.
It wasn't that bad.
It was. As I said, what did I say? I said Mark Bernardin said I don't think I've ever had so much fun watching a movie I didn't like. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I just didn't like it. There's something about it. Anyways,
I liked it just for the goats.
the goats. Yeah. They're pretty good. JC says you need to fight more bad guy aliens. Keep your hammer up to speed. That's true. It's collecting dust. It's no good. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna pick up some bits. What do I have to do? I gotta do some arms. You can just entertain, do a little dance or something.
I can't dance.
Okay.
Like, really, I can't dance.
Yeah, I'm totally prepared for this stream. I'm gonna see if I have the right bits for these arms.
6'6", he still can't reach the cupboards.
I'm not 6'6". You might be. I don't know if you want to work on anything or just want to antagonize me, which is totally fine too.
Well, I'm going to do that anyway.
Oh, you know what? I've got gorgets that have been waxed. I got lots of bits here.
Yes, I wonder where those came
Do
from.
a little picture-in-picture action. Boom. Look at the... Aren't you entertained by the amount of stuff I got going on here now? You haven't been in here since I've had this all crazy set up. Focus. There. Focus. Good.
Cameras look different. The lighting is different. Everything else is
Amazing. Yep.
the same.
The same amazingness.
These look very familiar.
Yep. You cut all those out because I tricked you.
You underpaid me a lot.
I don't know if I underpaid you for such an amazing...
Hey, I mean, look at the quality of this craftsmanship. It should be $1 million a piece.
Slight exaggeration. So,
Slight.
I was thinking about gorgets because I got bits. I'm just wondering if I have all the bits to complete one. Let's see, what do we got here? Without having to melt wax, which I haven't started melting the wax, so that would be melted maybe by the time the stream was done. So I'm just gonna pull bits out and see if we can create some gorgets. Because why not? Who doesn't like gorgets?
This guy.
That no is to the dancing. The real JC says no to dancing.
You know that's my wife.
Oh, I didn't even know. I didn't even clue in. Araya says, that shop looks great. I wish I had one like that, but with different corners for woodworking, metal, and leather. Well, clay too. I guess like all arts and mediums. There's different corners here. For sure. There's like woodworking stuff, like half-assed woodworking stuff, and half-assed woodworking stuff over there.
Neo, no, he didn't Tom Sawyer me. He actually pays reasonably well.
Pay okay. Get a couple gorgets done.
It's not consistent work, but it's work. I'll take it.
Let's try and do 2 gorgets with the parts. Look at all these parts. This is a little excessive. We need 1 black one and 1 brown one. I do not want another 20-inch gorget though. I think I've got enough of those. 20, 20, 20. Way too much. 14 might be all right. What the?
Yeah, I was looking at that. It looks very janky with the shaping.
Yeah, once it's in the oven, it'll be okay in the end. But for now, it's a little weird. I think might as well do a 14. I haven't done a. What do we have for back? We do have a 14 back, right? We have 14 back.
14 front.
18. Get rid of this.
14 back, right there, and we got a spine protector right there.
17, 18. Oh, hey, Chris. Member for 3 months. Look at that. Ooh. That's awesome. You know, I've already forgotten that this is. I've been doing this for a little while. Chris is one of the first to member up.
Chris is showing us all up, showing us how it's done.
I did have a bunch of members early on when I did memberships, but I hadn't done streams. It was just memberships. So there's still some people from like I think a year and a half ago that first started, but this is good. Boom, this.
I got 2 14 fronts here that look very, very different. They're the same size. They just look really, I don't know.
Let's go with the one that isn't as ridiculous.
Sounds good.
We got bits. 19. Get rid of this stuff.
Yeah.
Member for 2 months, Amanda. Any work these days is a good thing, says Carl.
Amy says, pays
pay
better
in
than
art.
Hey, to be fair, Amy, your art is amazing.
That is true. It's very true. Should get Amy on here sometime to do some stuff.
I've been telling you that for 2 years.
I know, but I don't pursue. I don't know why I'm switching these, but I want to do this. All right. Get the rest of the bits out of the way. Yes. Out of the way, bits. Now, let's see if we can discover the gorget patterns, because I still have to cut out some
They're
stuff.
probably wherever you put the gorget patterns.
Oh my god, this is going to be a long stream. It's going to be a long stream, everybody. It's either going to be the best stream ever or the last stream.
Challenge accepted.
All right, so we've got a 14. You're in charge of the 14. We need to do some lining for that 14.
Happy, happy, joy, joy. Lining. Look at that. It's almost like you organized this stuff.
Look, it's kind of organized. It's like my Gorgets, 15, 16, 17, 18, and full of stuff.
And there's the 14s. All right.
Oh, you don't? Yeah, you need
Do I
padding
only
too.
need these 2 pieces?
You need those, and then you need the
Oh, I need the
14 padding and a
14 padding, 14 padding.
There you go. Look, you're ahead of me. Oh, this is no good.
You should be used to that by now.
All right. What do we got here? Not the right lining, not the right lining, not the right. And then we got lining. That is not. We are not using purple.
Why not?
That would be kind of neat, but
Purple's cool. What's wrong with
that's
purple?
all my lining in the entire universe. So try and make best use of it. What do we got going on? Greets to
that in
the
my back pocket.
infamous McEwen. Ooh, infamous. That sounds about right.
I prefer nefarious.
What is this? This is an 18 and a 17. Why is it so hard to find these
got holes in it.
bits?
Why did your lining have holes in it?
Because it was a cow once. Cows had holes. I don't know. Great. I think I've put this in a different thing, but you just keep doing. You do your thing.
I'm already.
Look at this. It's like free labor. I'm like, we're gonna work on stuff.
Now you're Tom Sawyering me.
But you get to advertise stuff. You can be like, McEwen Handcraft, McEwen Handcraft.
www.mcewenhandcraft.ca.
Right.
Check out my patterns.
And I'm going to eventually have a button where I can just hit it, and it'll come up on the screen. Ooh. And by eventually, I mean I keep forgetting to grab a Stream Deck. I'm going to buy a Stream Deck, which you can program all the buttons with different macros and different overlays and all the kind of stupid
Magnus
stuff.
procrastinates almost as much as I do.
Hey, that's not fair.
You got leather marking pens.
Leather marking pens. Oh. I've got this one might work. I'm all out of silver. That's another thing I keep forgetting to buy.
If only you knew someone who worked at a place where they sell them, who could bring you some the next time they come over.
What do we got? Which U.S. state are you based in? I'm in Europe. Already bedtime here, says area. Yeah, there you go. BC. British Columbia, Canada. Home of
Dark Horse Workshop.
wonderful
and McEwen Handcraft.
forests. Yeah, exactly.
That's the most awesome thing about
need
BC. It's us, the two of us. Like, we are the tourist attraction.
Yeah, of course. Oh, I don't know if I've seen this one. I like this one. That's nice.
Yeah, it's ebony.
That's pretty.
I don't like the finish. I got to redo the
it's a
finish
little-
on it, and it's got some gunk on the brass.
It's got a bit of a weird finish going on there, but otherwise it's good.
It needs a wet sanding and another coat. Probably
This is like a prison shank. Don't you think?
If I wind up with some perforated kidneys, you all know who did it. Just,
Me. Obviously.
I keep looking at the screen because that's where I should be looking at the camera.
That's true. On the list of things to buy that I shouldn't need to buy, I'm going to buy a giant TV to go right here. Right.
And then you can have the camera like right above it so
Yeah.
we can look, and that would be smart.
Yeah, it's almost like I have to buy a giant TV to put in the shop.
Yeah, you have to. Absolutely, you have to.
No other option here.
I think I can just get that on there like that. Look at that. Look at me, like material saving.
It's pretty dope.
Completely not on camera. Can't see how awesome I am.
You can just like bounce over here a little bit if you want to show off your incredibleness.
Get a little closer.
Great. Now
Don't be shy.
I'm like way off camera though. Just, let's oh, what about this?
Oh.
Look at that.
Oh. Look at my awesome
Check my. Okay, there we go. Look at it.
patterning layouts.
You can just move it over. It's
almost like we know what we're doing.
He's so proud of this. It's so nice. It's so cute, really. Okay. Now I must do some lining. This is going to be where I feel like I need a third camera. See, that's another thing.
Another thing you got to buy?
Because I got to hit the sewing machines over there, and then I need to be able to hit a button and just go to the sewing machines. I live in the UK, but I'm in Italy right now. Temperatures here are scorching these days. They've been pretty hot here, but I don't know how that compares to Italy at all. Just for us, it's been pretty warm lately. Today was okay this morning, right?
Danielle, they are waxed leather, so they have been hardened.
Here you go. Yeah.
So that they can be used as armor.
If you're doing costume stuff or cosplay stuff, you don't need to wax harden anything.
No.
It's just silly. This is for rattan sport combat stuff. So yeah.
For those people who like to get hit with small baseball bats.
Yeah.
Danielle is another local. She's actually been helping me with my newest pattern.
Oh. What pattern? What are you doing? What are you making?
It is a sort of a circular handbag pattern that has sort of a moon theme to it. All the parts are basically shaped like phases of the moon.
Cool.
So you can look forward to seeing that on my Etsy sometime soon. Danielle has basically... So here's the story. About a year ago, I started this pattern. And my life is a chaotic sack of cow manure at the moment. So basically I wound up having like this creative block. And the pattern sat on my workbench, half finished, for the better part of a year. Every time I came to touch it, I was having issues with the gusset. The gusset wasn't laying right. It was wrinkling in places it wasn't supposed to wrinkle, and it was smooth in places it was supposed to have a bend. It was a nasty. I couldn't figure out what the problem was, so it just sat there. And then I met Danielle through my job. I work part-time at a particular leather supply place that I am not going to plug on your channel.
I don't care really. I used to work for the Tandy Leather.
See, you said it, not me.
Yeah, I'm not really.
Technically, as an employee of that company, I have to be very, very careful about how I.
That's true.
Mention them on social media and whatnot.
That's true.
So
I have bought leather here and tools and supplies and all sorts of stuff from Tandy Leather from years gone past.
So anyway, I met Danielle through there because she came in as a customer, and we got to talking, and she offered to help me with the pattern. And she basically made the pattern not suck.
Nice.
So,
bonus.
Thank you, Danielle.
And what did you pay her?
I have paid her in a lot of leather.
Okay.
A lot of dye, a lot of leather paints.
I see.
A whole whack load of other barter goods. And there will probably be more coming. Because, I'm a cheap bastard.
Me too. I'd rather just give stuff away. It makes more sense.
I am a big proponent of trading favors.
Yeah.
So,
what do we got going on? Hit the like button and Magnus will dance a jig. What? Why did I read that out loud?
Well, you said it now. You got to do it.
There's gonna have to be a lot more than 12 likes for me to do any dancing of jigs. I don't even know what specifically a jig is. I guess it's a kind of like goofy little dance with your fists.
No. That's worse than my dance.
Isn't this a jig?
Oh my god.
There you go. Yeah, I got 2 likes out of that. People that just came into the stream were like, let's see what this is. Let's go find something else.
So, remember to keep the shop rules in effect.
What are the shop rules?
Shop rule number 1 is at no time
Do I have to follow the rules?
do the insides become the outside.
Right.
Shop rule number 1, addendum B, is at no time do the fingers leave the hand.
That's good. Those are good rules.
These are core rules that leather workers should live by.
More like guidelines, really.
Rule number 2, unfortunately, kind of contradicts rule number 1. If you don't bleed on it, you're not really a leather worker.
Well, it does kind of contradict rule number 1. At least my hands are doing better now. Better-ish.
They still look like
But they haven't split in a while, which is good.
some sort of flesh-eating bacteria growing on you.
Targaryen-style hard leather armor. Ari, that's what Ari is doing. I wish I was as good as you guys. Hey, just practice. Are you going, when you say hard leather armor, are you going to like water harden that or water
Like
harden it?
first season, or like the riders in the later seasons that were with what's her name, Queen of Dragons, Daenerys. That's the one. I don't remember my own name until I've had a quick cup of coffee. I don't remember fictional characters.
Happy Friday, everyone, says Yonaleth. Happy Friday to you as well. Look at that. We got this stuff. Now we need some foam. And this can go back in the wonderful world of hopefully able to make one more gorget.
You might be able to get a piece out of that. Here.
Maybe.
This is scrap.
I'm going to fold this stuff up. Where's my foam?
Where's your scraps bin for black?
Soft black? Let's see.
I don't know if you want to garbage that or...
This is what... You wanted me to put this... You wanted me to put this in a scraps bin.
You can make some lace out of that or some small fringe or...
Give me a break. But for future considerations, black's over there.
Okay.
Brown's right there.
Gotcha.
More bigger stuff. Vegetan.
My Scottish is showing.
Oh.
What do we got?
I'd like to nominate a full-size back quiver with a 3-point strap system for either left or right usage. Please, sir. I should have like a board up here, but then I would need to have like a ink and quill and ink and be like writing some calligraphy.
So, Aria wishes she was as good as us. I gotta let you in on a little secret. We're not that good. We're just good at faking it.
Yeah, exactly. Fake it till you make it.
Exactly.
I'm just gonna write this down because I like Chris's idea. If anybody else has any ideas for projects, throw them out.
Well, Chris says full-size back quiver
with
3-point strap system for either lefty or righty usage, please, sir.
Full back quiv. I'm gonna do a head-a-bee quiver, but I don't even know if that must be a hip quiver. Full back quiver with. Oh my god, this is the worst Sharpie. Straps. How's the volume on this? Is our audio? Well, I guess everybody's just gonna adjust it accordingly. I should be able to know. It looks alright. Seems like it's okay. Could be a little louder, I guess. And I'm gonna throw the Sharpie in the garbage.
There you go.
Did you just give me a Sharpie in my shop?
I just gave you a Sharpie.
Nice.
Because, you know, where would you be without me?
It's true.
Oh, wait, you'd have a successful YouTube channel and film career.
Exactly. Now we need some foam. I'm gonna grab some foam wherever I've hidden the foam.
That would be in the place where foam goes. Right there.
I hate touching foam.
Why?
There's something about it I don't like the feel of.
You don't like the feel of foam.
It really bugs my hands. Does that not bug your hands at all?
Nope.
Not even a little bit?
No, it's fine.
It's like I don't know what else it is, but like just don't like it. Don't like the foam.
Got to man up.
Hip quivers are for Nancy's who strut. Well. Let's do.
What is the historical accuracy of a back quiver, though? Like, is there
I don't know.
is there documentation showing back quivers?
Because this channel is all about historical accuracy. Oh, sorry.
No, you're not. All right. Let's see. There we go.
Look at that.
And then, where is that?
I'm gonna just move you over a little bit with the.
Where's that white Sharpie? Did you put it away?
No, it's right here.
Oh, gimme.
Volume seems fine to me. Thanks, Area. I still don't know if I'm saying that right. I think I missed your feedback.
Aria?
Aria, Area, Araya. All options. I like Araya.
Araya's cool.
Doctor appointment went meh, but now I'm working on my art again, so that's a plus. That's good to hear.
Working
You know,
on
that's good
art
to hear.
is always a plus. Is that even going to be? Yeah, that's going to be fun.
There are back-facing hip quivers for sure, Amy. Yeah, for sure.
Amy would be one of the people to know.
Yeah.
She is a person known to shoot sticks down at targets.
Good.
Okay.
Trade.
I don't like your knife. I have my own.
It's the same knife.
This is the one I'm used to using.
But
that one has a different feel and texture to it.
It's like my goth knife. Look at it. They're the same thing. One is not... whatever.
Yours is thicker. Mine is
better.
I don't know. I'm just used to mine.
It's going to be like this for 3 hours.
Hey, you're the one who invited
Back quivers are way more practical when hunting on foot and are used for so much more than just carrying your arrows, says Chris. I don't know anything about quivers. I've made one quiver. That's the extent of my quiver knowledge. And I'm going to make a Hedeby quiver because it sounds like a fun quiver to make. And now I'm going to...
I think you just like saying the word Hedeby.
Hedeby, I do like saying Hedeby. And then I'm going to do Chris's full back quiver with a 3-point strap system. And honestly, that quiver is one of my best-selling patterns. So there's no reason to not keep doing quivers.
I see it all the time on the Facebook groups that you're not a part of.
What do I have this for? Yeah, because I don't have enough time for... I need moderators on my stuff. I don't need to be over on other stuff. At least we got
I'm an admin and moderator on 2 leatherworking forums on Facebook. And I don't have time for either one of them.
Arya Stark in Game of Thrones. So there you go, Arya.
I thought in Game of Thrones it was Arya.
What? Now we're confused again. Arya?
It's Arya.
But I guess it depends on who says it.
Well, you guys, Arya, you tell us. Am I right or is he right?
Arya Stark. Arya Stark. I guess it is Arya. It's Arya.
See, occasionally I know.
Well, glad we figured that out. Did I put... Oh, shit. Put this away again.
It's funny, I'm not even a very big Game of Thrones fan.
I was until the last season. I was a huge fan.
I watched the first 2 seasons, like, as it was coming out, and then I pretty much didn't watch any more Game of Thrones until the show was over. And then I binged the whole thing because I had a weekend where I was not feeling well and I had nothing better to do.
I see. Chris says, I'll send you a pic or 2 of the 2 I've made. One was a Keith.
One was a Kit, the other was...
Kit?
I forgot to put a space.
Kit. Keith. I'm like, one was a Keith. Well, that's an interesting historical peoples, the Keith. Other was a scratch build from a hide I tanned. Oh, that you tanned. Nice. Oh, yeah, I think I remember you telling me that. Your guy on the left.
Ionolith says...
the guy on the left is correct. There you go. Area.
No, Iona Leth says, seeing that we are giving you suggestions, I was wondering if you could make a chest shield harness. I have drawings of what I want mine to be, but it's a complicated rig.
You can send that to info@darkhorseworkshop.com. No promises, but I can look at it and say yes, no, maybe so. Put it on the list, kind of thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
The guy in the gray shirt is Dr. Nefarious. There you go, Doc Neff, new Marvel villain.
Okay.
So with these, because I'm always worried about the stuff lining up, I always check them on this.
Yep.
I'll do a little psh and make sure that there's enough gapping. That's probably all right. There just needs to be like a 1/4 inch on the edges when it's all snugged down. That is also probably all right.
So you want it a little bit proud of the leather.
Yeah, well, I'm not worried about this. I'm just worried about the edges here.
Oh, you want the leather to overhang a small amount.
Like this, yeah, because
of the hinge. Yeah.
Because of the hinge, and mainly because of the leather. Because once you put the leather on, it's gonna go back to that. So that's the main thing is just having that little tiny bit. And sometimes these are a little off, and I cut them a little off. Or it's so picky.
Look at you knowing what you're talking about.
Oh, it's freaking crazy. This needs straps.
Do we have any kits pre-cut?
There is straps up there in the thingy. If you hurt yourself, you do not work for me. That is your own.
Now I know the rule. If I fall, I'm fired before I hit the ground.
It's true.
Which spin? This one with the red top?
Yeah. Bring this back to. Whoa! He's just reached up and grabbed it. Look at that. Hercules!
Some of us are actually not Smurfs.
It's true.
Oh my God! Look at that, all neatly organized. And who are you, and what have you done with Magnus?
I organize stuff when I can, and then it goes to crap. I always thought any series where you get more play at a family reunion than that little house in Texas out on the plains was not for me. What? I don't even know what you're saying. I don't understand. Did I miss something?
The little series where you get more play at
family reunion. I don't understand. I'm not smart enough to figure that out right now. Is that talking about Game of Thrones? I guess so. It's the only thing we've been talking about.
Okay. Do you have them color-coded? I'm only seeing... You got those.
Yeah, there's those.
And then you got those.
Yep. They are fairly color-coded. Corroded.
These don't look like they've been sized to length, but they look like they're ready to go.
Those are elbows.
These are elbows.
Yep.
Because of course they look like elbows. Okay. That's it for pre-cut, pre-measured. Whatchamahoots.
Alrighty.
Just gonna pop this back.
There wasn't any buckle side blacks in there?
Nope.
Really?
Would you like me to get it back down so you can look?
No, I trust you. Mostly.
See, that was your first mistake.
Yeah, Robert said that's regarding Game of Thrones. That makes sense. Yeah. I'm still a little thrown by it, but that makes sense.
Omar, we're making gorgets today.
Yeah, we're doing some gorgets. That's good. What do you want? You want to put some stuff on? What do you want to do? You want to rivet some stuff? Do you care?
I'm happy supervising.
Oh, okay. You can supervise. Right? Do whatever you want. You can just hang out. You can.
All right. Well, okay. Black straps on a black gorget, or gray or brown straps on
brown.
Black?
Let's just do brown on brown.
Brown and brown. Yeah. I've always thought like if you're doing a black item, brown straps look good, or if you're doing or vice versa.
I like that, but it's much easier to put them up as a product if it's just all brown.
Well, yeah.
I don't want to start giving people strapping options as well. It's go insane. It's like, oh, I want red straps on my black gorget. Like, oh, no, black straps on your black gorget.
A black and red is a classic color combination.
That's why I said black and red. It is a great color combination, but I'm avoiding that for sure. Just a reminder, everybody, that this channel has memberships. You can see some people with green names. They're members. It's $1.99, and you get a green name. Oh, emojis. You can also get emojis and a horse, like a little horse head thing.
Way to sell it there, Magnus.
All right. I'm fine. I'm good. Look at that. Look at you. You got like. Why do you have so many straps?
We're making 2, right?
But I've got a brown one. You got a black one.
I thought we were doing all brown.
No. It's all the same color as the Gorget itself. That was the whole thing.
This is why I don't listen to you.
What? Oh, look at all the emojis. People throwing emojis up. Nice. Love it. We will definitely not beat last week's stream membership count because I think we got 10 because who was it? Was it Roland? Somebody went bonkers with gifted memberships because YouTube has gifted memberships now. You can gift memberships to people. Did you know that?
I did. Because I was in the stream, in the chat logs when it happened.
You're not playing along with me. Well, I guess that works too. You did? I didn't know that. Oh my god. Somebody should test it to see if it still works.
Alright, if I'm doing black on black, where's the... Give me this.
But if there's no...
There's no belt strap ones. But I can make a belt strap one out of one of these.
Yeah, do it. Because then at least the leather's the same. So I don't lose my mind.
Too bad. That ship has sailed.
It's true. Where did the straps go you just pulled out?
I put them away.
But I've got a brown Gorget.
Yeah.
Jesus, what the fuck is going on here? Here we go. God, good.
I told you, my job is to make your life miserable.
So this is what I'm talking about again here with this. So I want this foam to not be. I want it to be under. Oh my god, it's a terrible example. There we go. I want it to be like this. So it's showing a bit of edge there because I'm lining this. So when I wrap it in the leather to line it, it's probably going to bunch up to that. So we want to have a little bit of excess. So I always check them just to see because some of my patterns are old and off by a little bit and I don't fix them. So I'm just going to cut this down by a little bit until it gets to the spot where I am happy with it.
Your patterns aren't the only thing that's old and off.
It's true. It's true. Can't deny that.
Alright. What was I doing? Oh yes, things and stuff. I was doing things and stuff.
Oh, Danielle says I was just going to watch the video on Gorgets out of curiosity, so this is great. Should I just have a Gorget on standby just to bring out, or should I don't know. Does it matter? Doesn't matter.
Do you have a finished one at hand?
I do.
Go grab it.
That just takes away the excitement, don't you think?
I don't know. Does it? Why don't we let the populace decide?
The populace. The populace. I should change it to, I should change the titles of the memberships to Citizen, Noble, Noble Lord, Citizen.
What is this, D&D?
Hey, why not? I like D&D.
I like D&D too. I'm playing tomorrow.
So this is... Yeah. Anyways, back to our amazing faces. Just trimming the foam down just enough so I'm happy.
Is that the right one? No, it's not. That's the one I want right now. What?
Nothing. I'm just going to totally watch you do this and not say anything. Great. That's perfect.
Oh, I need a hammer.
See, this is another spot where I would like to be able to have a third camera because I'm going to rivet over here.
You should absolutely get a third camera for right here for me showing my work, and then another one for the rivet station. So 2 more cameras.
And what about the sewing machines?
Well, you can just flip that one around.
When we get up to 1,000 members, I'll buy another camera. I think we're at 60. No, I think we're at 30. I'm not even
That's
sure.
a challenge.
I'm not even sure. I like the shield. You want to know if likes the shield on the emoji or on my wall?
Probably the one on the wall.
Well, look
The
at
one
the
that's
emoji.
in
The
camera.
one on the emoji is kind of like similar.
Isn't the one on the emoji a version of that?
Just color-wise, it's that.
Oh, I honestly, I haven't really looked at it that close.
That might be super loud. I don't know how that forward.
Jesus. Somebody needs to sharpen your tools.
Hey, that might be very, very loud. Just be careful.
Was that loud, guys?
What?
I'm asking them, not you.
Asking them if it's too loud?
No, Amy, we're not playing D&D tomorrow. I am a player in a game. Actually, sorry, not tomorrow. Sunday. Sorry, Amy is in the game. I DM every other Saturday.
Just, I want to know how loud that hammering is so people don't lose their shit.
I just asked, so. Peons and serfs abound.
I've got this 17. I thought I had more hinges. I don't think I do. I think I gotta grab another. Where is it? Here it is. Set the back. I'm not sure if I have hinges. The sounds are all good. Okay, well, there you go. That's amazing. That maybe it's self-regulating the sound when it gets too loud. Could be.
Could be.
All right, I'm gonna look for another hinge. Oh, I just did, so I don't know what I'm doing now.
Do you have an edge punch, the rounded, or do you just cut those freehand?
I got those,
Oh, you got these?
which can look super lopsided sometimes.
Yeah, it's hard to get them to line up sometimes. I have the same problem.
Just for my own sanity, I'm gonna pull a hinge off of here and just use the hinge because I want to make it proper bit. Be right back. I don't want to be that loud with this damn thing.
Oh, I just messed that one up. Never mind. Beautiful. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. Okay. We got that.
Huh?
I got that. I don't know. I don't know if I like that or not.
What? What do you don't like about it?
I don't know.
It's all right. You know, just it'll be okay.
My 1% rule. I did a video about it. You guys should check it out on my YouTube channel.
Nice plug. That's a solid plug.
Quick summary of my 1% rule is if you make something, figure out how to make the next one 1% better.
You haven't really missed anything except for a whole lot of us trash talking each other. Rick Urnelm.
We're good at that.
Urnelm. I think I say this. I think I do the same thing every week. I'm like Rick Urnelm. Rick Urnelm.
I think it's Recurnum. Recurnelm? Recurnelm.
Could be.
Spell it out phonetically in the chat so we know how to pronounce your name. Magnus dancing wasn't really a thing that you really needed to see. It was kind of traumatic.
It was a great dance move. One of my best.
Oh my goodness.
One of my best-ish.
All right. Oh, you're getting ahead of me here. Look at that.
Yeah. So I'm using the these simple hinges. Just whenever, if you're using hinges on stuff, make sure you get a fixed pin hinge, because there are two different kinds. There's the decorative hinges, and then there's fixed pins hinges. That doesn't mean that doesn't have the chance to fall apart eventually. They have, but the fixed pin will not disintegrate as quickly as a regular hinge.
Or Kernelm. Or Kernelm.
Kernelm. I should have like a list of names. Or Kernelm. Kernelm.
Need a notebook?
No, I'm good. All right. So I don't need this.
All right. I'm just gonna supervise.
What?
Nothing.
Did you do what about keeper?
What about it?
Don't you need a keeper?
Did you have any pre-made?
You're doing a blackboard. There might be a pre-made keeper in the bin, but you said you got all the bits. So I don't know what you're saying. Can I ask a question not related to what you're building? You can do whatever you want, Danielle. You can do whatever you want.
Fire away. And yes, there is a lag between when you type the question and when we can see it. It's like a good 15 or 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Old gaming name, in-game generators for the win. We are familiar with those.
Oh,
right.
there's.
So what do you want me to make a keeper out of? Do you want me to sacrifice another one of these?
No, that's a good spot for the scrap black. We'll have some. Just grab some of the stuff that's kind of matte, because it's pretty thin. Like it's a matte utility hide that's very floppy and very obviously keeper material. That'll no, that's not the right stuff. It's super matte. It's like it's very, very matte.
Very matte. That stuff.
Yeah, that's the stuff. And you can, I don't know, sometimes I skyve it, sometimes I don't, depending on what I'm putting it on.
How wide do you typically make your keepers on these? Same width as the straps, or a little narrower?
I make them, I wrap them around and do them just a tiny bit bigger than the wraparound. Width?
No, width.
Not a half inch, like half of this. Yeah. Like
half of what that is?
Yeah.
Exacting measurements here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that is the measurements on the side of your thing are all worn out. Got a ruler? Little tape measure?
Just freaking eyeball it, man. Just use your eyes. Can I ask a question not related to what you were building? I'm still waiting for the question.
It's 5/8. So half of 5/8.
Oh, I knew it was 5/8.
What did you think I needed the measurement for?
It doesn't have to be exactly half. It's just like, just wing it. Just wing it. And show it to me so I can say wrong.
Going to 3/8. Hey, at least the blade in your strap cutter's sharp.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's wonderful. So, yeah. I've got my rivets in there. I'm going to go snip them and peen them without anybody watching. I used to make these with regular double cap leather rivets, and they still hold for ages, but this is my preference now.
Peening rivets are way stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to cut these. Let's try and keep this from going crazy. I think you're shoving it around on me.
My fat gut is pushing the table around.
Gorgets.
All right, so how I do my keeper spacing is I actually will take two pieces and I put them together like that. That way, when I wrap around, I know that my keeper is going to have.
You can hop in here too. Do a little.
My keeper is going to have enough space. Okay. Little tip for you folks. So square that off.
Look out, man. No karate. They just have little GoPro mounts everywhere and just throw the GoPro on.
Why not
stuff.
just strap it to your forehead?
Idea ruined.
Mission accomplished. There we go. Perfect. All right.
Next time you can bring your own stuff. Then there's no slave labor going on over here. I'm just saying.
I'll just mail you my bill. Needle and thread.
Huh?
Needle and thread.
Oh, you're gonna stitch your keeper? Nice. Look at you. So there's thread down here. This I actually really like that black. I got it from. I got it from
Is that
LONSDALE.
Ritza?
Is that the stuff with tiger?
It's braided, yeah.
Yeah, that's the stuff.
Yeah. That's the stuff.
And then the needles are top right center, I think.
Top right.
Center, I think. Top right of the center thing.
Top right of the center thing.
I think that's where they're.
And blunt.
There's tons. There's
harness?
they used to be organized. They're not organized anymore. Man,
What in the?
don't go in there. Just grab the whole bin. Bring the bin over here. I haven't organized them in forever. They're not
I
organized.
don't even know what those are.
Not organized. Let's we might as well look at. I know people have probably seen this stuff a million times. So yeah, I've peened the rivets over. Fancy stuff.
Yeah.
Magical.
Harness needle.
There
That's
you go.
what I want.
Nice. It's pretty. Whoop. Boop, 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 boop. There. The mess continues. This is garbage. This is your little thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Stitching them.
It's called doing it the right way.
That's awesome. I love that you're stitching them. It's so good. I'm super impressed. Here's a little whoop. There, you're very zoomed in, just so you know.
Yep. All right. Needle.
Okay.
Show you guys another little trick. Wow. Okay. Take your needle, go back, and pierce your thread. This works really well on the braided stuff because that's not coming off.
There you go.
Now I just got a little bit of a knot at the end. So, go in for the suede side. Make sure I'm actually in frame here if we're going to actually bother zooming in.
Your head's in the way, but that's okay.
Yep.
You'll get used to it someday. It's very difficult to get.
And of course my hands are crap. You got a small pair of pliers?
I do. There's a little tiny one right there with the baby blues.
That'll work. Because I have arthritis setting in and, you know, it's always fun. I also didn't actually use a drive punch. I just used an awl to poke my holes, so the holes are a little tight. And I'm bleeding. Look at that.
Nice, good job.
I also went over on myself and
Did you stab yourself with the
no,
needle?
yeah, well, a little bit.
Sweet.
But I also crossed over my thread. So I'm going to fix this real quick. There we go.
Look at you.
All
5,000 years later.
Come on. You have fat needles.
What zippers would you guys recommend?
I would recommend not using zippers.
Yeah,
Zippers are a pain in the derriere.
yeah, it depends on what you hang out with my sick toddler. She feels yuck. Yeah, I can't even begin to start thinking about zippers. I've used them very sparingly when I've been told to use them for like film projects. So I don't have enough useful information on zippers to give a qualified answer.
Done.
What was that? Why was he smashing it? What a weirdo.
Get the threads flat.
Sure. Whatever you say.
And there we go. Keep her done the right way.
The right way, he says. Beautiful. An amazing keeper.
Mm-hmm. And yes, I'm aware the stapler makes them super fast, but the super fast is also super weak. This is armor after all.
Never had anybody complain about my stapled creepers. But hey.
1%.
You want to put them on there? That's
1%
great.
better.
I don't know about that.
All right, where's your hole setup for these?
My whole setup for this part is, remember there's a plastic tab,
Yep.
so I just want to make sure there's good distance so it doesn't smash on the peened rivet.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
so you eyeball that?
Yeah.
You don't have like a predetermined...
Eyeball.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other side is just center of the... Do you already have... Oh, you don't... Oh, man.
What?
You don't have a hinge either.
I do not have a hinge. You didn't give me a hinge.
And I tore a hinge off of Gorget.
What? Why would you tear a hinge off of a Gorget to put it on a Gorget?
Because it's black, I wanted to use it. I wonder how big this is.
Why? It is a perfectly good Gorget piece. Do you not have other hinges?
No, I'm out of hinges.
Then why are we making Gorgets?
Because I can pull them off of the other one. It'll be fine.
Okay.
It'll be fine. Takes like 2 minutes to put a hinge on. I'm not really that worried about it.
Madman.
Why is this so complicated? What am I doing? There we go.
You got a system for punching holes on a curved piece of leather like this? Just...
I use a rotary punch. Just punch through.
Oh, yeah.
This will work. This one right here. Right here. That's the big one.
I'm so used to not using
that's
a
on,
rotary.
Yeah, you're good.
I have one of these. I never use it.
I don't use it too much.
I like my
use
drive
it.
punches because that, like I said, I got the arthritis in the hands.
Yeah.
When you're punching 50 holes, a rotary tends to wear on your hands a little.
That is true.
All right, where's your rivets?
Make sure there is a washer on both sides.
Oakley dokley.
Do, 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 You know, it says, Magnus, do you still have that bracer you made in an hour? I really loved the roughness of that. I want to learn how to line bracers in faux fur.
Is that the 1 hour challenge you and Levi did?
Yeah. I do.
That was a fun video.
Yeah, it was a little weird, but because we were kind of winging it with the GoPro and stuff. Man, this is a mess already. Yeah. This is the 1 hour challenge
Pass me your ball peen.
bracer video thing. And yeah, and Levi didn't finish his, so I won on it. I just won by default. Man, this loud.
I'm not used to these peening rivets. I'm used to the ones Candy sells.
Alrighty. Thanks. I'm glad you like it, Jonathan. I'll show it off some more just because it's here. I thought it was pretty cool. 1 hour. We had 1 hour. We had a sketch time. We were allowed to come up with like a pre-plan, and then we had 1 hour, and we just went for it. And that was when Levi was here, and he was across the bench from me. Good. Mad Scramble. Mad Scramble, that's what that was. Anybody doing anything fun this weekend? Did anybody else see Thor Love and Thunder? I didn't really like it. It was entertaining, but I didn't like it, which is weird. What am I doing wrong? What's going on with you over here? Let's see.
That's going sideways.
Here, I'll save it.
Watch the master at work. It's almost like you know what you're doing.
Yeah, it's just you have to hit it on the. I always forget what it is, but like the way it's, you have to hit it on the opposite side, and then make sure you're listening for the sound that makes sense. I don't know. Yeah, I was super pumped to go see it. I enjoyed it, but didn't like it. Very weird. I'm gonna grab a buckle. Hammering forever. The great hammering experiment.
There.
This buckle is stupid. What's going on with this thing? It's beautiful. Look at that.
I do not know what I'm doing.
This buckle's all screwy. Ah, got it. Do.
The shirt is gray. Just for the record. Aria.
What?
Robert, how'd you break your back?
Do we have the plastic bits?
Plastic bits? Can you be more specific?
The tabs, plastic tabs.
Oh, yeah. I think I saw them in there. Riveting conversation. Is anybody else in the shop working while they're watching the stream? If so, what are you up to?
Riveting stream.
meds from autoimmune disease caused bone loss and necrotizing fasciitis. It was super fun. That sounds super fun.
Who's that?
That would be Robert.
Damn. What am I doing? Is this too
I have
short?
no idea what you're doing. Is that too short?
No, it'll be okay.
That looks too short.
It'll be fine.
Oh, Ryan Culberton is working on a plague doctor mask.
Cool. Very awesome.
Is that the Dark Horse one that he released the other day?
I'm in bed dreaming of creating a hard leather crown.
Ooh, that's a fun project.
Nice. Man, it's warm in here.
I'd say let's open the door to get airflow, but there's some construction or something going on out there.
I think they've mostly stopped. I'm going to open it to get some... Yeah, okay. Use the weight. If it gets loud, there's a weight there. What do we have?
Let's see how much that helps.
Oh, I can already tell it's helping.
All right.
The disclaimer on the mask floored me. Oh, this is not a... This will not help you against COVID disclaimer. Like, Facebook literally won't allow me to put those on Facebook as stuff to sell because they're masks. Whatever. All right, where are you at? You are at the I need a hinge zone.
That is where I am.
Grab one already? One out there? There is.
Where? Show me.
Sure there was. Yeah, it is. It's right here.
Oh.
There is the hinge. I'll peel it off of there.
What size was this? It's not labeled.
Chris says, I thought you had solved the plague of the current generation and my hopes were destroyed in front of me. Nice. Very funny.
So yeah, who's up to what? Here. Plague mask. Looks interesting. Solve the plague problem. Venice carnival masks. Those are nice. I'm sweeping everything off of Richard's table here.
This is my strange addition to a leather project, little plastic tabs.
They help though.
They do. With my old beveler. Then I will sand it smooth at the block. Slowly getting there.
Masterfully done.
I try. I tore up my workshop to reorganize it. Got a new shelf and new bins for the hides and scraps. Also got a few new tools that I'll need stored. Press and stitcher. So it needed a little nip tuck.
All right. How am I getting this hinge off this thing? You want me to just file that off or?
The power file, I left it in the stinky room. Just file the back and then it'll pop off eventually.
Yep. I know the drill.
You know the file? Please don't stab myself. Don't stab. All right, we got our little tabs. And then I've got a sanding block. And I just go to town. And then I just punch them out. Is that another one? Oh. And then they will be nice and smooth. And these should go on first before the buckle goes on, so that's why I'm getting them out of the way right now.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
Get my washer off. Like that.
Okay.
Is that not the way it's supposed to go?
Sure, but you should just punch it out.
Explain.
Because you're going to destroy the hinge.
That's what I'm trying to not do. Oh, you mean you actually use
Punch.
a thing?
Punch it out.
See,
Boom. No, that's not mangled, and this isn't mangled. Just punch the rivets out with a punch. Perfect. All right, we've got this one smooth. This one still needs to be done. We've got only one spam message so far.
okay.
Exactly, RK. Exactly. See what I did there? RK. RK said a project isn't complete until it has a bit of you in it. That's the purpose of our using blades and bevelers, after all. Is it not? Is it not?
I thought that means bleed on the project.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever. Yeah, same thing. Same idea. Same idea. All right, we've got these stupid little things. Punch some holes in them, rivet them on. Pretty straightforward. As long as I continue to lose my...
Right in front of me.
What are you punching?
The rivet holes.
For
the thing. So I go and then in.
Do it on the back first.
What do you mean? Oh, on the back piece?
Yeah. Because the back has to get finished, and then you hinge the front, and then you add the padding to the front. I think it's because of how everything sets up on the sewing machine. Otherwise, it'll be weird. I can't remember.
No, hey, no. Order of assembly is an important thing to.
And make sure it's the right side. Yeah. Yeah.
I do occasionally know what I'm doing.
Arius says, I never liked my legs, but I'm a tall girl, so I like the way I look in these long gowns. Besides, they hide the legs, so even if you don't have the best looking legs, it's the perfect dress to hide them. Okay. I prefer Venice carnival masks for the ball at the castle with a fabulous gown to match. Now it makes more sense. I was like reading back, I'm like, what conversation have I missed here that we're onto legs?
And RK, I actually prefer not to leave whole chunks of myself in the projects. A little blood is just fine for me. Where do you get these rivets?
I got them from Pacific Fasteners for the longest time, and then occasionally I get them from rivetsonline.com. I think it's rivetsonline.com.
The few experiences I've had with online hardware have not been the greatest.
Yeah.
So I'm a little leery of online suppliers. I'm also an old fart who doesn't like change. That went somewhere. Problems?
Hammer. No problems.
Hammer time.
No problems. Ow!
What'd you do?
Jabbed in my finger with the rivet. That's all. No big deal.
Remember rule number 1.
Less jabbing. So much riveting. Alright, so I've got that tucked on. I don't use a washer on this side just because it's just not necessary. And then I don't use a washer on this side either because it's just not necessary. So I clip them down and pin them over.
So why is it not necessary? It's just plastic and leather.
Because it's just like the plastic's stronger than it's not. The plastic isn't gonna separate, and the leather it's just not in it's not in a high volume area. It's like it's not gonna pull through.
High volume?
Like a high a heavily used
High stress?
danger stress high stress. It's not in a high stress area, so it should be fine. At least that's what I thought when I first did it. Look out, man.
All right. You're dangerous with those snips.
They go exactly where I mean for them to go.
Like, you're like right off camera, like just barely off camera.
Oh well. We'll get that figured out sometime, but I'm not gonna.
And if you had like a mirror right there, it would actually. I'm a problem solver. What can I say? I mean, it's all smoke and mirrors.
That's terrible.
So the tab goes on the back piece opposite the hinge.
Yeah, I put it on the front to mark it, and then throw it on the back. Now, when you mark it, because I always just eyeball these stupid things with just swear by your marks. Because if they're like that's not exactly it's like it's a little cockeyed. See how that's closer?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's because I punched it wrong on this. Because the instinct is to make sure that the holes are fucking even, but they're not going to be even. The back's not.
You know, it's too bad you didn't have like a jig or maybe a pattern.
Let's
for how this works.
That's crazy talk.
Just throwing that out there.
Crazy. Magnus, you are going to hurt someone's eye when you're snipping rivets. Incorrect. See, I can hit people with them if I want to. I'm going to start hitting Ryan with rivets just to see how it goes. I bet I can. I can probably.
Oh, I'm sure you can.
Some better targeting.
Don't recommend it. It's a little close.
It's fine. Yeah. RK, we all have trials, but again, thanks. Also, it's funny having you as RK academically. I am RK Brumbello, so every time you get mentioned, I think it's me for a split second. What am I punching? Oh yeah. It's going to be a race to the rivet zone.
Well, you win. It's your shop. You get to go first.
What time did we start at?
2:30 roughly?
2:30 roughly. 2:35, in fact. Good. RK gifted 5 Dark Workshop. The Dark Workshop. If ever Dark Horse Comics comes after me, I'll just go to the Dark Workshop. Anyways, RK gifted 5 memberships. Thank you very much, RK. Appreciate it. I'm blown away by all the love from you guys. Thank you. Look at this. Look at all these. I love that this is like, you know, YouTube is a little behind. Okay, a lot behind when it comes to streaming compared to Twitch. But this is, you know, the gifted memberships is a new thing. So that's awesome. And Stream Elements is going absolutely bonkers. Why is it going bonkers like multiple times? Whatever. Let Stream Elements do its thing. I don't know why it's going crazy, but yeah, thanks a bunch. Now, I said this before that gifted memberships, in theory, supposedly how they work is depending on how much you're interacting with the channel and hanging out and chatting and like just hanging out and chatting. I guess is the only real way to interact with the channel. YouTube's algorithm will know, supposedly, and put you into a higher percentage chance of getting a gifted membership. Supposedly. I have nothing to back this up other than something I read. So, let's switch back to normal view. Normal view. Normal view. Normal view. Name that movie. Name that movie, anybody?
No clue.
Nobody knows Normal View? Normal View. Come on. There's got to be at least one person that knows what I'm talking. Did you just trying to hit me with those? Because you missed me.
No comment. But no, I actually did not try to hit you with that.
Wow. I was like, you got to do better.
I actually have some respect. Not really.
I like how I have 3 chats for some reason. I got the top chat over here, the top chat over here, then the top chat over here. And then you've got chat on your phone. Come on, nobody knows? Oh, whatever. All right. Pretty straightforward. The buckle's not on backwards. We're pretty happy. We got our stapled keeper. And, yeah. Magic. That's why you changed to live chat. Oh. Well, they should be on live chat here. What's going on? You're so right. There we go. Yeah, I'm totally missing some chat stuff. That's hilarious. I didn't notice.
There's a learning curve on these rivets. I think I snipped them a little long.
Yeah. Just, it's all good.
Let me just baby power file a little bit of meat off of it and peel it again.
You want to do that? Yeah. That's fair. I want to dress up this shop a little more. The backdrop's great. I've got all this stupid stuff over here that needs to be better. That's not good over there at all. The movie I was talking about is Mystery Science Theater 3000, the movie. So normal view is from that. It's when guys sit around and watch a movie and make fun of it. They're old, silly movies. So that was what I was normal viewing. I'm amazed nobody knows it though. This chat's usually pretty on top of things as far as stuff that I like. A lot of riveting today.
Go. It's a little better.
I believe you. Dance a jig or something. Where's the? You're the stealer of tools.
Stealer?
Stealer.
I am the supplier of tools. I don't know what he's talking about. You missed.
Oh, I almost hit myself. I hit my hair.
Wow, you're loud.
I am loud, but until chat cries, I don't care. Until chat cries, I don't care. Until chat cries, I don't care. That's my new song.
It's terrible. Terrible. Missed.
That's close. I think I hit my monitor.
It hit something over there for sure.
Now what you were doing?
I'm supervising.
Oh.
Since they can't, I'm doing it for them. Someone forgot to set up the camera in a way that would allow them to see all of the action going on. Amateur hour, I swear.
That's why I just need that one more. I just need one more camera that's a roaming camera because we've got top down on this, all this amazingness and this, all this amazingness, and then we need a third camera to like, you know, like doing this. Isn't this what you do?
It's not what I do.
Okay.
Maybe it's what you do.
Did you use your fireball intro? Oh, it's intro time. Let's just do the intro because I love it for no reason. Ah!
That was fantastic.
It was.
That
Pretty
was just
fantastic.
epic. Absolutely epic.
Yeah.
All right, what are you doing?
Well, you need to put your keeper, buckle, and stuff onto this amazing item. 5/8
Need a buckle.
Buckle. I'll get you a buckle.
I should raid your supplies while I'm here.
What, buckles?
Well, Amy Dolphin keeps stealing all of mine.
Buckle incoming.
Almost caught that.
for some caught-like reflexes.
Like something like that. What are you doing?
Just making some room.
Making some room?
Making some room.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm like, we're getting spammed by Naked HD again. Look at that. I love it. User on this channel. I need to make some moderators. Just like randomly make people moderators. They'll be like, what the hell?
I nominate Chris.
Oh, okay. It says MST
and Amanda.
3K was about the only show my dad and I could agree on Saturday mornings. It's nice. I love that show. It's so good. The intro was fire. Literally, says Arya Stark.
Not Stark.
I'm just saying Stark to some because then I'm like, did I say it right? Arya Stark. Yes, I did. I said it right.
Terrible.
Okay, so I've got all this done.
Where do you like your buckles to?
Just past.
Just so a little bit like that.
Yep. Just past. Okay. We can show the humans. Just past.
Just past.
Just a little bit past.
Yeah.
Anyways.
What about all the
centered a little bit past.
What about all the non-humans? The what is it? Naked HD? Don't they? They're a bot. I don't think they qualify as human. Do they want to know where we're setting these?
I don't think they do. I think they just wanted us to look at the Naked HD. Whatever. Man, we got like gifted subs today. I'm so happy. Oh,
is that from Subway or Quiznos?
Here's the woodworking. Close the door soon if it keeps up. All right. So another thing we're gonna do on these Gorgets, because I'm still in that spot where I can't run a freaking camera all over the place. I'm gonna close the door. That's what I'm gonna do first of all.
Is that even legible on the camera?
I don't know.
Because there have been a few times when I've been watching when you've been complaining about noise and I don't hear
right.
squat.
Actually, you're right. It's probably very, very quiet because this is a shotgun mic, so it's directional. Anyways, let's peel this up a little bit. So because I can't show you me gluing at this because, well, I can't take you in there.
Why not?
Because I can't.
Why not?
Because I can't. It's impossible.
But why?
Because the camera won't go in there.
Why?
There's not enough space. It's not long enough. There's not enough cord.
Whose fault is that?
It's the cord people. All right.
The cord people.
So I'm gonna use spray glue because it's easy. I'm gonna spray this whole thing. I'm gonna spray this whole thing, and then I'm gonna go, bloop, and then I'm gonna spray it again, and then I'm gonna fold all these edges over, and it's gonna be amazing. Theoretically.
I think anybody who actually wants to be able to see this process should let Magnus know that he needs to be able to figure out how to put a camera in the stink room.
The GoPro. Stink room GoPro.
Stink room GoPro. Let him know. No more amateur hour with the camera work.
Nobody cares. My problem is my limited perfectionist type mentality has
Limited perfectionist.
Yeah, limited. It's not super perfection-y. If I get another camera, it's got to be at least a A6100. Which means $1,200.
Amateur.
Don't even. I know you're talking shit.
I'm not saying anything. You're imagining things.
Anyways, I should have switched this back.
Oh, yeah, that would have been good. Everybody was sitting here watching an empty workbench.
Yeah. My cat Quinn is quite fascinated by the placement. I'm always reading stuff backwards here. Really good intro, blah blah. I mean, if YouTube would do actual sub gifts, I think you'd want something a bit better than Subway Ryan.
Who said? Yeah.
What kind of spray glue do you use? I use Super 77.
Good stuff.
It is the only stuff I found in a spray glue that is useful. Everything else is usually garbage. Lacey says, hi, all new to the live stream, but I have watched your videos. Enjoy watching your process. Well, glad to have you here, Lacey. Welcome to
The shit show.
We need a better, there's got to be a better line than that. Fridays, come watch the shit show with Magnus. So I'm just waiting for that spray glue to be done and dry a little bit. Where did my water go? And then it's almost stitching time? Almost stitching time? Almost. Thanks, Arya. I'm glad you like the emojis. And if you want the emojis, you can become a member and get incredible emojis. Incredible.
Now, can you use those emojis on other channels or just on this one?
I think it's just on this one right now, but I'm sure they'll open it up just like Twitch. It's just a slow process.
Starting to see why you used to tape these down. That's a little awkward sometimes with a washer wanting to bounce off.
Yeah. Oh, and a green name, right? You get a green name. That is the highlight of everything. You get a green name. So that's key, kind of. How's your riveting going? You learning?
I'm learning. Yay.
How long should it take liquid beeswax to permeate 8 to 9 ounce Vegetan? I put mine in for 2 minutes, 3 minutes at, what do I put it in at? 250? Let me check my temp.
I never bothered looking at the temperature. What I did was, if it was smoking, it was too hot. And if a piece of scrap leather wasn't bubbling when I put it in, it was too cold.
Oops, wrong way.
Is that a fair range?
I do 250 Fahrenheit. He does random, he guesses, and I do 250 Fahrenheit. Take with that what you will. Both work. You know what? I am open to more emojis for sure. I am also very picky. I think we have a limited allowed amount of emojis. I think we've got more options now because we have enough members, and I'm open to ideas. So loud.
I'm just banging just to annoy you. I'm not actually doing any work.
I know. I can feel it.
Submitted for your approval, master.
It's almost good.
Almost good.
Yeah. Almost. That's fine. It's good enough. It's good enough.
Good enough.
We need a couple of these now, but I'm not sure on my supply.
Close enough for government work?
Yeah.
Okay. What's this? Oh, it's the plate that the stuff gets.
Yep, the stuff.
Things done to it.
Yes, that's exactly it. So,
technical terminology.
I'm gonna figure out which. I don't know if I have any stuff left.
Scrap Spin had some likely suspects.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of using up scraps rather than making new ones.
in so many times in the last little while.
Mm-hmm.
Silly. I think I pulled one out though.
One what?
I thought I pulled one chunk out that was for.
That's the stuff
Oh,
I made my keeper out of.
Too small. That's the right stuff.
That's the right stuff?
Yeah, but I don't think I have much left. I was sure I pulled a piece out. There's one.
Where? What? Oh. This is not the same stuff.
Doesn't matter.
This is like a little glossy. Shall I start tracing some out?
Tracing what?
The thing that we're making. Shall I start making a couple?
Oh,
From the paper template, not the actual item. Yes.
this will be fine. This will be fine. Yeah. What's going on here?
Switch the camera thingamajigger. Show people what we're doing.
Oh,
Yeah. That.
there you go. I'm gonna do this. Move over a little bit. There you go.
Oh. Wow, that helps.
Yeah. Super smart.
SMRT.
Yeah.
Where's that from?
I'm glad I am not the only one who randomly loses things I'm working with. I lose stuff all the time. All the time. Look at your amazing all skills. It's beautiful.
Shh. Don't tell anybody I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
They'll start expecting.
Welcome, Nan. Thanks for subscribing.
Got a strop?
I do. I've got two. Got two strops. I lost my mallet for like a week once. Damn. I'm doing some unnecessary beveling here. Usually the leather I use for these is softer, so I don't bevel it, but this is a little crispy, so bevel away. Usually I have been doing about 2-hour streams. I think I've done a 3-hour stream once. I'm not sure what we'll do. I think we're gonna might as well finish. Oh hey, I glued shit. We might as well finish some Gorgets here.
I am not a fan of leaving a project unfinished. I've done it.
So he doesn't start them.
No comment.
The truth.
No comment on the grounds that I might have to admit guilt. But if there's like half an hour left on a job, why leave it? Just push through.
Alright, let's continue to move crap.
This is like a really dull beveler. What the heck?
It's ancient. That's my two. That's my plastic beveler.
You got any high grit paper?
Any what?
High grit sandpaper.
Really depends on what you consider high.
1,000 or higher.
This must be 6. Yeah, I got 6.
You have no high grit paper?
I don't know. It's been a while. I'm not really worried about it. Actually, I thought I had bought some.
It's funny, you organize your sandpaper almost exactly the same way I do.
Yeah, I just got 600. Which is still fine for that kind of thing. Yeah, I organized my sandpaper the way Levi organized the sandpaper, so I kind of just stole it from him.
I don't know where I got the idea from. Might be you, I don't know.
It's probably me. I'm amazing.
Gonna stab myself with this dull beveler.
Yep. All right. I'm gonna move this back here and zoom out a little bit. Yoink. So this stuff first gets its plates stitched on. So we've got our plates. I go this side to the body just because it's harder to get full of moisture. So that's why I do that. It probably doesn't actually matter that much.
The grain is a little more closed. I agree with you.
So we layer it up like that, stitch this on, and then this gets glued onto the back plate in the center, like that action, and then everything gets stitched, including the padding. So is that the next phase here? I'm working on getting some, I think I'm gonna swap the, what do we got on there? I think we got white on there. I'm gonna swap the thread in the machine.
We should turn that camera around so that it actually looks at the machine. I mean, it's not like it has to move. Just turn it around. Right?
100% agree. Just checking. Oh, this is even good. This has already got set up for black. Bonus.
It's almost like we know what we're doing.
See, that can go in different. Only thing is that camera has a. It's got a 60 on it, so it's not exactly. Choice.
Well, here. Which button is it to turn the thing around so that that's the main camera? Is it the number 2?
No, number 2.
Number 2. There we go.
Just need to do a little fan dangling. Everybody can get like
seasick as you turn the camera.
A great turning experience. This is a 60mm lens, so I don't know if it's not really the best option for this. But hey, there's my sewing machine.
Cobra Class 4.
Yep.
Awesome, awesome machine.
Yeah. And I'm gonna grab. I'm gonna do all the sewing because I do all the sewing.
Yeah, I'm not really much of a machine sewer myself. Look at that awesome seat he's got. Like it's all tooled and everything. The stool he's on.
Yeah.
Things that never make it into the videos.
Exactly. Hopefully, I just have enough thread so it's not screwing around too much.
M. Vasquez says, set up the camera on rollers so you can move easier. What idea?
Yeah, it's still, I just got so much stuff. Like even that camera where it is right now, there's a microphone. I guess I could, I don't know. It's tough. Rollers is tough because then it wiggles around. I don't know. Maybe. So,
What about, so if you hung the camera from the bars the way that your top-down one is, you could probably put that on a swivel pivot.
maybe, but I don't know. If I had 3 cameras, that's something that I would think about more. But it just needs to be able to move everywhere. I also need to find some high quality micro HDMI instead of regular HDMI because I've had 2 long cables both die on me in the last 2 weeks, and that's starting to get expensive.
Yep.
I'm incredibly entertaining. Is this even a useful camera angle?
Yeah, it's showing actually pretty good. I think so. I mean, you're fully in frame, the machine is fully in frame, and you're not blocking the angle of what's being sewn, although right now you are. Your right arm is right in the way. There you go.
If you're doing these Gorgets and you don't have this one machine, I used to, pretty sure it's on the pattern as well, I used to just rivet, and see the audio is going to be different as well because the shotgun's over there.
Yeah.
Whatever. I guess I could. Whatever.
You should wear a little shirt mic.
Yeah, I was thinking of getting some lav mics. There's a lav mic, but again, that's just more money, and it's just $1,200 for a freaking lav mic. For the one I want to use is $1,200. So anyway, what I was saying is, you can just rivet these on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
You got the other one over there too?
Yeah.
I'm getting hungry.
Getting hangry?
Not hangry, hungry.
Where are we going to go for food?
I don't know. We could go to get some barbecue at Memphis Blues, or we could go to St. Augustine's afterward.
I knew you were going to say that.
I'm a fan of some barbecue. What can I say? Although Augustine's makes a great burger. And we should tag them in the video and make them pay for advertising promotion.
Yeah. And I just need to start doing a realtor. It's a little too curved. Oh, it's okay. I'll fix it later. Anybody saying anything interesting?
No. Robert says he misplaced his car keys for 2.5 years.
What? Years?
Years.
I think my wife misplaced her engagement ring for 5 years.
Mm-hmm. And
it was a while. Yeah. Maybe not 5 years.
Robert says brisket is the best and only barbecue.
I had brisket yesterday.
Yeah? Well,
It was good.
did you go to Blues? Yeah.
It's because they have their pretend healthy bowl. It's the teriyaki beef bowl with
Teriyaki beef bowl.
beef brisket bowl with rice,
Brisket.
coleslaw, teriyaki sauce, and brisket. Lots of brisket.
The consummate nerd says brisket with Carolina gold sauce. I don't know.
What is that?
I don't know what Carolina gold sauce is or where to get it, but it sounds good. The Carolinas do have some really, really great barbecue sauces.
There was a random barbecue food truck. There was a random barbecue food truck really close to here last weekend or two weekends ago. They had really good ribs.
Yeah? Aiden is asking what type of barbecue. There's a place up on the commercial drive just around the corner here called Memphis Blues that does, I don't know if it's Louisiana style. It's really good.
Oh, I gotta turn the camera.
And now we got to turn the camera back.
Then I'll turn it back again. But whatever.
Yeah, they're for barbecue. They're pretty much my preferred place around here. But for a good pub food, there's also St. Augustine's. Here we are, pitching restaurants in our city, and you guys are probably, most of you, nowhere near us. So why would you care? Mustard-based barbecue sauce. I like some good mustard kick in my sauce. The wife and I were actually just talking yesterday about doing a homemade barbecue sauce.
Nice. So this is the padding and lining on your curve, your weird curve. Just cut some shit in it.
Some shit.
So it
Technical
can
term there.
flare a little bit better when you peel it over.
Mm-hmm.
You can cut these if you want when they bunch up, but
On the back side of that padding, though, those bunches aren't really going to amount to much.
No, they don't. I only usually cut them if it's ridiculous. And then these ends, I guess I could zoom in. It's like, it's huge for me, but who knows what people are watching. So these ends,
I'm guessing at least half of you guys are on your phones.
I always push in a little bit. And this is the spot I usually, out of anything, that I'll trim. And then it can go over and not be a mess. Magic. It's so amazing.
It's almost like you know what you're doing.
I wonder how many of these I've made. I'd be very curious.
So you used to have these priced pretty reasonably.
Yeah, they're not reasonable anymore. Boom.
I remember you telling me the reason that you raised the price because you didn't want to make them anymore.
It's true. That's exactly why I did that.
And then your sales actually went up, didn't they?
Yeah. One thing I keep forgetting to add to the pattern is a little spot on the back for a center point. Oh, I got one over here, don't I? Yes, I do. Because when I'm gluing the tail on these, it's just kind of randomly glued.
Consummate Nerd is on a PC.
So this is about 5.2 point. Like for this specific one, that's about the center point. And so I'm going to go into the stink room and glue this centered onto here. And then once that's all set, we're going to stitch the whole back on, the padding onto the back. So, magic. Mm-hmm. Magic. Ooh, I'm excited for maybe barbecue now. You got me all hyped.
I don't get out here very often, so any chance to go hit Memphis Blues is a chance worth taking.
You know they do whole pig days, right?
Whole pig days?
Yeah, they do whole hog nights.
When is that? And why am I only hearing about this now?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Yeah. They also do turkeys. They do barbecue turkeys for people.
Is it like juicy turkey? It's really easy to make a dry bird.
I haven't had them, but... And now, while the back has got the glue on it and it's setting to be ready to be... That's my glue sound. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do the front bit the same way and prep it.
Robert picked up 10 briskets for $1.39 a pound a few months ago.
Don't even say that. That's just bragging. Bragging.
You say that just to hurt us, don't you, Robert? That just... Dinner at Robert's place. Post the address in the chat. We'll be there. Along with, half of North America, I'm imagining. Leatherwork? You mean medieval plastic, says the consummate nerd. Yes. Yes.
I think we'll finish one of these and then go for brisket. What I'm going to do after this, I'm going to turn the camera and I'm going to get it more into like a better spot for you guys while I finish up the sewing on it. Mine as well. We're just waiting on the glue. We got one gifted membership bomb of 5. Who was that again? I can't remember.
They're your subscribers. You should be paying attention.
Look, it was arcade.
Terrible.
See,
terrible.
I was checking. I like that the chat now it's got like more green names. Oh my God, Levi.
What?
Drawbridge Finance is in the house. Yeah, we're making Gorgets.
Hey, Levi.
What's going on? Levi used to share this studio space with me. Mm-hmm. Now he's on to bigger and better things.
Yeah. Actually, Levi was chatting with me just the other day, helping me solve my my lacquer finish problems that I used to make you your new strap.
Nice.
So thanks, Levi. Really helped. Awesome. Levi's a good guy to know.
Yeah, we got 5 new members today. We've had pretty good engagement on this stream. It's been fun. I still want to we're still I'm still working on, like how everything's gonna run here. But I'm glad that we've got our core group of people that is here and enjoying the stream. So that makes my day, night, etc. Should make some horse armor on this channel. Lisa, I would love to make some horse armor. The only problem is I don't have a horse.
We know people who do.
That's true, but that's like how do I go about?
Nancy out at the wood.
It just seems like a gigantic ordeal. Do I go out there and then film out there? Pattern like what?
No, what I would do is I would go out. You and I, we'll take a trip out. We'll go to the wood. We'll spend some time with some horses. We'll take some measurements. We'll talk to Nancy, who is like, when it comes to historical equestrian stuff, she's an expert. And then we'll get some ideas, and we'll come up with a pattern, and then maybe we can do it in a live stream.
That could be fun.
And then you'll have we could do like a, what do you call those down the nose patterns for horses? The face mask thing.
I don't know.
Somebody in the comments will be able to tell us what the name of that is.
And
that'd be a fun
then
project.
I will know it. It'd be cool if it was like just in parts, because it's a lot of stuff to do a whole horse. It'd be super sweet to do a whole horse, though.
Yeah. But that would be...
It's a lot of work.
That's like a year's worth of work. That's why I'm thinking let's do a horse face mask thing, with the, with the stuff. You could tool it. Some nice tooling on there.
We could send a horse head in the post, but it may raise some ethical questions. Probably.
Yeah. See, Amy's saying that, and Nancy and Tasha is big enough to... Tasha's a big horse.
Oh, yeah? Let's go for the smallest horse.
I believe Tasha is also already being trained for lancing work and combat mounted archery, so not a bad horse to use. Yeah. We have friends. Oh, Amy says she'll help. Lisa says you would look so badass with all your armor mounted on a horse. Would be a great PR picks for your business. Not wrong.
Can't really argue with that, honestly.
And Danielle, Nancy is the woman that I keep telling you I want to introduce you to. She's general manager of an equestrian farm down on Zero Ave, right at the U.S. border. You and her would get along amazingly.
I guess we should have the switched, but now that I'm here, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that would have been a good idea to switch the camera around so that I'm not a thumbnail in a thumbnail.
So we've got it centered. We've glued it down. We've eyeballed it. It's probably a little crooked.
You eyeballed it.
I've eyeballed it. It's probably a little crooked because that's how I roll. This obviously is being put in like here. And I'm going to stitch the whole thing on the machine. And then we're going to rivet the back to the front. And then we're going to stitch on all the padding on the front. And once that's done, there's really no reason to like do the other one. You guys will have seen it. We can do a little bit of question period, and then eat some brisket. Then slowly move out towards the rest of the world.
We will not be taking the live stream to the restaurant.
No, that's not a bad idea.
I'm all for a mukbang video, but that's a separate thing.
Exactly. So that is. I wish I could easily switch my picture-in-picture, but I can't remember how to, so it doesn't matter.
Switch them, back and forth?
Yeah, my picture-in-picture is only set, like, I wish I could turn that camera on that, and then switch the picture-in-picture, so this was the little bit, but you can't, without switching stuff around, and I don't want to screw around with it.
That sounds like you need to do some research.
It's true. Why not? We could have fun on a virtual brisket run. Virtual brisket run. Love it. Could be fun. Go live. Just do another live. The brisket. Watch the subscribers just like leave the channel. This guy's doing brisket now First he was doing video games, and now he's a bunch of live streams, and now he's on to brisket. I'd like to see some more leatherworking.
That's why my YouTube channel is very not specific. It's just McEwen Handcraft.
Did you plug your box?
Check out my YouTube channel.
Plug your box and your channel and stuff and your stuff. Take a second to plug it.
You've all seen Magnus's dice box video.
I like how you zoom out to like show the box, but like really.
Oh yeah, I
show
guess
the
I
box
could just
right here. That's
got a lighter in there.
Yeah, that's where I keep my lighter that I forgot about.
So this was my design. I am a huge D&D nerd, and Richard liked the pattern enough, and he was procrastinating at some point, and he was desperate for content for a video. So he messaged me and said, yeah, I'm throwing him under the bus right now. So I said, yeah, go ahead, make a video.
I messaged him and said, hey, would you like me to make you a bunch of money? And he was like, sure. Sounds good.
But yeah, he did a beautiful job.
It's a great little box. And you've got a bunch of different...
I've got a
bunch of different designs.
Bunch of different artwork for them. I've got a dragon face. I've got a mimic.
Actually, now I'm going to go back down here.
There's a goblin. I've got like a Mexican Day of the Dead sort of themed one. I've got a multi-pack that actually has all of the artwork for you tooling fanatics. Yeah, check it out at mcewenhandcraft.ca.
It's a really cool pattern. I like that little box. Mm-hmm. Oh, we got more spam. I wish my bot took care of this.
Find love in your city today. No thanks.
Who wants to be a moderator? So I don't have to deal with that. Let's make a bunch of mods. Mm-hmm. This is the one I end up trimming the most of because it gets a little crazy. But.
Now, if I report them, unwanted commercial content or spam.
I just hide them. Well,
yeah. Now, once you have the Gorgets made,
I sell them.
You sell them, but like, if someone were to buy one, how do you recommend the care and feeding of a Gorget?
Feeding? You don't have to feed the Gorget anything. It'll be fine without food or water. No watering the Gorget, no food, no oils, no nothing. You just make sure you don't leave it in your bag. And if it is extremely dry, I don't know if you put balm on it. Like it's permeated with wax. I don't know how much. I guess you could do the straps. You could do the straps. You could do the straps with, like, sure. Yes.
The padding.
I recommend some McEwen Leathercraft Balm.
All natural.
Only on McEwenhandcraft.ca.
Actually, it's not true. You can order it through.
Only on Etsy.
Hand and Sew.
And Sew as well. Did we get another one? Oh, they're raiding us now here, like with lots of like.
Yeah. Can you just block them?
Well, I just hide them on the channel because then they don't know that they've been hidden.
Well, they know now. You just told them.
They don't know though.
Well, they're bots. I don't know if a bot knows anything. Lubricated by the sweat of conquest. That's a great way to take care of your gear.
I wonder how I can better.
But, I used to make a lot more armor for SCA and
brisket. It's a great idea. Feed the Gorgets brisket.
One of the things that I've noticed that a lot of people will do is they will wear their armor in the rain. They'll fight in the mud. They will take all the abuse, and then they stuff their armor in a duffel bag, put it in their trunk for a week until they go to fight again, or even worse, put it away for the season, come back in the spring, and their armor is all moldy.
All right.
So don't do that.
Can you switch to just your hands?
Can I switch to just my hands? What,
Yeah,
number
just,
3?
Yeah, just because I... Did it switch?
People want to see my hands.
Did it switch?
It switched.
Okay, I just don't want to have it go crazy and have people puke when I move the camera.
Well, they're going to do that anyway when they see our ugly mugs. Or mine, anyway.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
What are you doing?
Move the camera.
Why?
So we can see it. The sewing machine.
It saw it just fine. It actually had a really, really good, like...
Pretend you're on a phone.
Pretend I'm on a phone.
Do you think they saw it really good?
Pretend I'm on a phone. There we go. Look at this. I'm on a phone. Look at the wonderful content that's streaming on my phone.
No, that's not what I meant. Okay. I just want to set this up to sew. Since I want it to, might as well do properly. Everybody, not so like we're going to lose anybody. Everybody here is already in it for the long haul. It's not like they're going, why are your hands there? Well, this thing is...
You're changing lenses too? Oh my god, you're getting high tech with this.
I am the highest of the techs. This is on...
Yes, Amanda, they use and abuse. Several of the very first pieces of kit I ever made came back to me a year later with a ½ inch of fuzz growing on them that I had to basically throw away and remake. We're getting Ryan hand inception here with the camera on camera. Actually, it's too bad this wasn't actually filming. You could actually, like, you know, I could film you filming. Actually, you know what?
There, now switch it.
Now switch it. Now switch it. Oh my god, look at that. Close up.
Yeah. See? I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Might as well try and make it good. That lens doesn't get enough use. So.
That is a great little close up.
Now we'll see how much the rest of me gets in the way, but whatever.
Interesting little... Do you not have a reverse on that machine?
I do, it sucks.
It sucks.
I've just done it so often with my own, just moving my foot.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier.
Close encounters of the stitching kind, says RK.
This, of course, is where it's going to run out of thread.
Danielle, we all wish that. Amy Dolphin is probably one of the most talented leather toolers I have ever met. Her artwork is... Stunning is not a correct word. Mind-boggling is how good it is. Amy, if you're still in the channel, throw a link to your Facebook art page that you've got into the chat. Show everybody what you do. Like I can't sing this woman's praises enough.
Is that what you're going to do, sing?
And I know every time I do that, she gets all embarrassed and red-faced, and that's exactly why I do it. Ian Naleth asks, what did you pay for that machine? A specific amount of money. That's how much you paid.
I think it was like $2,300 US.
2,300 US. They are not that much now. They are a lot more.
Maybe it was $3,300 US.
I know now they're just shy of $4 grand. Or that actually might be American. Hang on. Or not American money. That might be Canadian currency.
You want to switch it back? I don't know. Switch back to your hands? I don't know what's better right now.
Switch it back to...
What's going on over here? Look at it. Look at... Actually, what's that?
We're getting meta with the cameras.
Oh my god, now you're doing cameras to show in the camera? This is amazing. You're a genius.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm riveting this onto here, riveting the front onto the back. Then I'm gonna stitch it, and then we're gonna almost be done.
You're off camera.
Doesn't matter. Boom, marked it. And in fact, I can use a phone for a camera here. The last time I did it, I just didn't use it properly. I should probably have it set up.
The 1900 is probably the Class 3, RK.
Yeah, you're looking at Class 4.
The Class 4 and the Class 3 are basically the same machine, except the Class 3 has a much shorter arm. The throat, or the whatever you want to call it, is yeah. It's about half the depth for the Mark III or whatever it is.
There's also like there's a couple versions of the Class 4, right? I'm not sure what you're talking about right now.
There's the Class 4 which you have, and then there's the
Extended, like, long
the
arm.
King Cobra
Yeah.
Class 4-25. Which has an extra quarter of a horsepower on the motor, and I believe it's got another 1.5 to 2 inches of cylinder length. How I know any of this is beyond me. Tappa tappa. Tappa
Right.
tappa.
Boom.
Show the people.
You guys knew what was coming with this, but whatever. So we've got the front on. Now we're going to do the foam on this. Then we are going to heat and curve this little plastic bit. We're going to punch some holes, and it'll be done.
Amazing.
Why have I gone the absolute worst possible?
The Consummate Nerd says the Class 26 is also an awesome machine. That is the flat-tabled machine, right? It's similar to his Juki.
Where's my pattern?
I don't know. I ate it. What do you need? The pattern for what?
Padding.
Padding. This thing?
Thank you. Want to switch it back?
No, but I will.
Dog's barking. That's annoying. But it is the way of things.
RK, I had one of those machines as well, the Chinese shoe patchers. I was able to get it to work, but it wouldn't stay in time. Like every time, like I would sew with it, and like every 3 or 4 feet of stitching, the Chinese shoe patcher would go out of tension. I've know other people have more technical experience with them, so they probably were able to adjust with that. But I was never sewing machine inclined enough to actually put the time in to figure out it and fix it. Yeah, that's the timing. The Consummate Nerd. The tension, the timing. I would break thread all the time. The stitch lengths were never consistent. I've got a Singer Class K29 right now that I'm trying to learn how to use. It's from the 1930s.
back to hands.
Before I do, you want to just pivot your camera over to show the Juki?
Oh, sure. Well, it'll show it super close up.
Oh.
Switch to your hands.
Switching to hands.
Good.
Hello, hands.
We gotta swap this annual limits. Where's the first place I can put my $1,200 lens?
Do not break the $1,200 lens.
There you go.
There it is, the Juki.
That's the Juki 1541.
1541.
It'll do belts. I didn't know for the longest time that it would do belts, so it'll go through 8-ounce veg easily. It doesn't have as heavy as thread as something like the Cobra, but it's still, what do I run in? I think I run 92. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Have I done 138 in there? Is that what? You got 92 in it right now. So. I'm going to turn this back around. I'm going to switch to the hands so there's no
One more time, switching back.
sickness. That there would be, but I don't know. It's just amateur hour. I'm walking around with it.
Yeah, that's a habit I was never able to break Richard of, is closing his blades. You'll notice mine is closed.
What do I need to close the blades for?
To avoid, putting your hand down on a sharp blade.
You're silly.
Well, the consummate nerd is also apparently silly because they just commented on an open blade right next to my hand, and they were worried about me bleeding all over your nice perforated workbench.
All right, switch it. Switch back.
Make them look at my ugly mug again.
At least for a little bit.
At least for a little bit.
I wonder how many people have dropped since we're still rocking 30. That's awesome. We got a lot of headspace going on here.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. Look at the amazing depth of field. It's so beautiful. It is. It's good. It's good lenses. They're good lenses.
Just what happens when you buy the good stuff.
So, yoink. Little picture-in-picture. Little move all our crap. Zoom this as far out as we can. Here, look at this. We're pretty much done. We could toast some of these threads if we wanted to. We got to punch holes for this, and we've got to heat this up just to curve it just a little bit, so when it comes around, it'll slide into the slot. Now, also, I throw these in the oven when I'm done with them and set them so that everything is set and in its shape, because it's kind of weird right now, right? You could just force it in, and I will. I'll just cram it, but I like to oven it just to make sure.
It's almost like breaking it in.
Yeah.
Like fitting it to
itself.
To itself.
What am I going to do for holes? Totally random.
Eyeball.
Yeah.
It's another one of those things where patterning it out, jigging it up might, make for a better product.
I agree. Now I'm going to heat it. Where is my... There it is.
Arya says it is 2 a.m. here. I should really go to sleep. Sorry, guys. We'll catch the end of the video tomorrow. Thank you for the great stream, and good night.
You're practically there, Arya. Thanks for hanging out. There we go.
Appreciate you coming.
Yeah, this is practically the end. Literally, I'm just going to heat this up for 20 seconds. Not my hand, but...
As he cooks his hand. No wonder your hands are always messed up.
All right. Then we just do a little boop-a-doop.
Boop-a-doop.
Little boop-de-doop-doop. Wow. So it's just a little curve, nothing crazy. As you burn your fingers. That's about it. Wait for it to cool. And then once that's cooled, we'll just hinge it closed. Take it home, throw it in the oven for... I put it in the oven at 180 for 10 minutes. pull it out, let it cool in shape, and just check it to make sure the shape's good, and just leave it alone. That last part, not totally necessary. And yeah, we could do a little frying of our ends if they're a little weird. Some of them might be, some of them might not be. Zink. Fry everything. Nice, good job. Good enough. Oh, there's some good ones. There, beauty. That's done. Boom.
That tab is actually pretty important. It really does help keep the gorget firm and in place. The strap alone, you'll wind up with the gorget shearing a lot while you're wearing it.
Yeah. So, and once it's in the oven, it'll also lose some of the. So if you're doing this for professionally for sale, obviously this is made for combat. It's going to get absolutely annihilated right away. But stuff like this, where I bent it, and there's like that, you know, you can see that little.
It's like almost like a pull-up effect.
Yeah. So once you put it in the oven, it'll kind of erase all these. It'll erase all the stitching marks and everything. Not the marks, but the discolor, the changing color. And everything will be very nice and even and look like a finished product. And then instantly be destroyed by whoever's using it. So.
But hey, as long as it looks good when they first put it on.
Exactly. This has been a 2.5 hour stream. We got Training Uphill Couch Potato just became a sponsor. Well, thank you.
Thanks.
Awesome.
Very nice.
Appreciate it very much. It's just in on the very end of the stream for this. Love it. Love it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got more members this week than I thought we would. It seems like we've got more green text in the chat than we have any other color, which is ridiculous. Super happy. We're going to close on the intro again because I haven't done an outro. This is what we're going to do. We're going to close on the intro. I'd like to thank Ryan from McEwen Handcraft for coming by.
Thanks for having me.
A lot of fun. We'll do it again for sure. And I am going to roll the intro outro.
See you, everybody.